Okay, welcome back to the post show, everybody. The chance that we get to talk to all of our guests here and answer those questions that you might have. I was live streaming on Facebook earlier this week and noticed that the latency was only like 10 seconds. Couldn't believe it. But YouTube is a lot more. So unfortunately, we have to give everybody about 30 seconds to ask their questions. Looks like the Tech Buzz, for those of you who don't know, that's Stephen Hayward. He's saying the Gearbox is rock solid, streaming at 720p at 30 megabits per second, only consumes 12% of the CPU. Ken, question for you. What is the graphics card like in this puppy?
We took a different route on this box in terms of not having a discrete graphics card. We're really kind of pushing an envelope here. We're using the built-in GPU capabilities on the Intel CPU. We're right at that place right now on the cusp where the GPU actually can do everything we need inside Wirecast. And we're really interested in the next KB Lake version of processors because we think that we're actually going to be able to take that one step further. But we're currently using a built-in GPU, and it works great.
Interesting, because I thought for some reason there'd be some jumbo bumbo, but you're right. I mean, processors are getting so much more powerful. Yep. There's no need. So you kind of hinted toward the future. Is there a future? How is the life cycle of this Wirecast Gear going to happen? Is there going to be like a new model every year as processors get better and better, or are you feeling good with the standard that you have? Tell us a little bit about the future of the Wirecast Gear.
I mean, we designed this box to be a fairly high-end rig for folks, and a lot of times what happens when people build these live streaming fully configured setups is they tend to go lightweight on certain components just because they want to save costs, et cetera, et cetera. We really built i7, DDR4. It's a very robust workstation. So my guess is that this box will actually be very productive for customers for several years to come. Obviously, we'll continue to look at upgrades and doing new things as things go forward. But I believe that when a customer buys this rig, they're probably going to be putting it in and using it for several years. And the most interesting thing I think in the design consideration was that we don't limit you. We don't tell you you can't go back and use Windows. This is a full Windows workstation. So when you boot it up, you can load the Adobe Cloud, you can load Avid, you can load Pro Tools, you can load all kinds of different things, Skype, Office, you name it. So it's really a double ROI proposition. When you buy this box, you get a great live production streaming configuration. You get a powerful computer workstation that you can use for post-production and so forth as well.
I was going to ask you that. See, now that is awesome because, a lot of I'm not going to name names here. Well, maybe I should. Like you have competitors out there, right? The Epiphan Pearl, the New Tech TriCaster, the Matrox LCS we had on our show last week, although it's very much a different product. vMix Go is no longer actually being offered. I don't know if you know that. That's end of life now. You didn't know that?
No, I did know that, actually. I just heard it yesterday.
But so you have competitors out there, but almost all of them do not allow you to use the Windows operating system, and I think it's crazy. And you know why the vMix U failed, right? The vMix Go failed because people wanted to build their own systems. They didn't want to buy a box where they have to do X, Y, and Z, and among other things. I mean, there's other reasons. But I'm so glad that it's an open operating system because if I was the owner, and I'm buying this expensive piece of hardware, I want to be able to maybe put Adobe Cloud on there or put Premiere and be able to do different things.
In fact, we're actually talking about loading up the cloud applications because we find that that's probably going to be one that a large percentage of folks would want to do. So we may just go ahead and download and put those on there. We're talking with Adobe about this. And then folks would just enter their cloud license and they'd be able to go forward.
Yeah, and the other thing is Dropbox. Surprisingly, I don't think people know how powerful Dropbox can be for live streaming. And I'm planning on doing some information about this, but let's say you've got 5 or 6 pieces of media that may need to be changed during your live show. Well, if you're referencing a piece of media on your Dropbox folder, you can have someone else in the other part of the world updating those files for you, and they will replace themselves and update in your live show as it's going forward. And I've tested that with Wirecast, and it does work. So, Dropbox is a great cloud application for anyone who's working with teams and collaborating. Questions that we have here. We need to talk about WFX, guys. Ken, do you know your booth number?
I really do not. Actually, Andrew Haley, our product evangelist for Wirecast, will actually be the guy on site there at WFX. He's bringing actually a Wirecast Gear box to demonstrate and show and people get a hands-on view of it right at the show.
Cool. Sounds good. Kate, let me ask you a little bit about the WFX show. You're sharing a booth with us. Actually, wait, Ken, before I'm done with you. I know a lot of our customers are integrators. Where can these customers can now purchase the Wirecast gear through distribution? Am I correct?
Right. So we're moving actually with the hardware to a distribution reseller model primarily. We will actually be selling it direct off our website at full MSRP. I should probably say the prices. One of the biggest things that we did on the Wirecast gear was try and get a rig in under $5,000, so that the starting Wirecast gear box is $49.95. There's a $59.95 and a $79.95 version out there. But it's the usual suspects in typical video resellers. Obviously the giants have it, like B&H and so forth. But we also have a whole listing on our website of small resellers, medium resellers. Typically any video-related reseller is going to have this product.
Perfect. That's great to know, because those value-added resellers are really the people who are going to be able to get those setups done. I think there's so much value-add need for integrators who understand live streaming, understand their customers' needs, and can install the cameras. They can run the cabling. They can do all the things necessary to make it a full turnkey solution. So I think that was a great idea for you. Kate, tell us a little bit about Magewell and how distribution works for your products.
Yeah, sure. So, and also really quick, I looked it up. We are in PTZOptics and Magewell. We're in 440, yes. And Telestream for Wirecast is in 607, and that's Wonderful. As far as I got. Okay, so 440 and 607. Distribution. So Magewell distributes through two-tier distribution. They do not sell direct to end users or to resellers, at least in North and South America, as well as other areas of the globe that we cover. So we bring all the units in. We manage the entire sales channel. We authorize the resellers, manage the resellers, keep inventory in country in all of the geographic areas that we cover. We attend all the trade shows as if we are Magewell, in partnership with actual Magewell staff that will join us at larger shows as well. We do all pre-sale support or pre-sale consultation. We do all post-sale warranty fulfillment. But lots of times it's very behind the scenes because we rely on a very robust channel of resellers, like Ken mentioned, giants like B&H. But we also really target more specialized resellers who are very focused on an application, perhaps streaming, or also on a particular market. Perhaps it's church and worship technologies, or maybe it's education, maybe it's government, etc. So pretty much any audiovisual dealer or IT dealer out there that a client might already be working with, they could potentially source the Magewell product through them. But I would be glad, or any of my team would be glad, to always provide question and answer at the beginning, make sure they're getting the right product. And again, we handle 24-hour post-sales tech support as well.
Now, I suppose we should mention that you're also distributing PTZOptics now.
Yeah, well, it's not announced yet, but hey, they get, the real heads up, right? Yeah, we're really excited for that.
Yeah,
there's large-scale distributors out there like a Synex, right? You can get anything you want from a Synex. We're a boutique distributor. We live and breathe this type of technology. We look for, a small product mix of things like this that are really high quality, that we can really get behind as if we are you, and put a great face out there and help build that market and train the resellers and make sure they're doing a great job with everything. And we're all singing from the same songbook, right?
Wonderful. I really appreciate it. And Michael, if you're still here, can I give you a chance to any last words on the future, what you're excited about, and then we'll wrap this up. I don't like keeping people too long. It's been a great show. I think we had a ton of value for everyone out there learning about Magewell, learning about the Wirecast gear, getting excited for the WFX show. Anything else you want to throw in there, Michael?
Yes. Can you hear me now better?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we're actually in booth 607, also at WFX. I wanted to mention that we are with Telestream there and CCLI, so we're right down the road from you guys. But yeah, one of the most exciting things, and I just want to mention real quick, Thursday morning at 8 a.m., we want all of you guys in there to our seminar. We'll do a little live streaming ecosystem seminar, and then everyone that comes will have questions for PTZOptics, Magewell, Telestream, all of them. But the main thing we're kind of going to be showcasing coming in the future is 360 video. We're looking forward to that and think that's a big thing for churches to be able to plop down a camera right in the middle of the stage or area and let people use it a 360 stream, hopefully coming sometime in the next 6 to 12 months. That should be hitting the market for the church industry.
Wonderful, wonderful. And here's an interesting question we got in the chat, Ken. This is directed for you here. Looks like someone's asking if they will void the warranty if they go in and change out a hard drive or RAM or something. And I noticed that you have different SKUs with different hard drives built in.
Yeah, it is meant to have no user serviceable parts on it. We do have a really robust support and warranty program for the Wirecast Gear. But yeah, I mean, we built this and designed it as an appliance for folks to be able to just pull and put down and go ahead and use. Look, after the year warranty is up for the main warranty, if you don't purchase the extended gear care package and you decide you want to go in and upgrade and do some of that stuff, you're sort of fine to do that after your warranty is expired, although getting ongoing support may become a bit of an issue. But for the first warranty period, yes, it's a all-enclosed box with no user serviceable parts.
And then finally, for everyone who's still with us, I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. But if you see down there at the bottom of the YouTube player, you see that button that says More Cameras? That gives you a behind-the-scenes look at our studio. And it's the reason why we're not using our 24/7 live streaming section. So just really quickly, and then we're going to end the show here. YouTube gives you two options for live streaming. You have your live channel, which allows you to do one stream to the world, and they optimize it, and they send it out, they syndicate it through their live subscription channel, and they show the top 100 live streams and all of that. It's a really cool program. The other way you can live stream is you can do scheduled live streams. So you can schedule a live stream, and it's independent of your main channel. Now, we're doing 24/7 live streaming on our main channel, and then this event is its own event, and we're streaming this channel separately. So the nice thing about the scheduled events is that you can actually have up to 6 cameras streaming to a scheduled event. So just to demonstrate that, we have 2 cameras. You can see I've got a behind-the-scenes camera right over here, and I've got our main show. So just a kind of a cool feature. We're playing around with it. We're testing these new features so that we can kind of do this for you and let you know of any issues that we might have found. But just wanted to give a heads up for everybody on that. Thank you so much to my guests for being here, everybody. It's been a fun show. Ken, I want to have you on again specifically just for the Wirecast Gear. Sometime in late October, maybe? November?
Love to do it. Yep.
All right. I really want to get my hands on it. I need you to ship me one so I can really show it off and plug things in. You know,
get in line.
I'll have 8 cameras on it. Get in line. I know. I'm just joking. A little fireworks for Ken. His new product is here. Great job. You have done amazing with that product. Everyone who's used it loved it. I've used it. I love it. It's a great product.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. That's our show today. Enjoy. Stay tuned next week. And have a good weekend, everybody.